Hey guys, it's Michelle here from PEI Makeup Artist. Today I'm going to be talking about all of the products that I think are underrated. And it's going to range from skincare all the way through to makeup, and I actually have one hair product that I'm going to talk about. So I'm just going to jump right in and get right into it. So the first products are face products, and they are by the same company, the same brand, and it is Yonka. And Yonka is my holy grail face care stuff. I use the cleansing milk, and I use it every single day. I've used this forever now, like for a very, very long time. And I use the Yonka Elasta Nuit as a morning and as a night cream. And I absolutely love it. And the funny thing is that I never see any magazine articles or any other beauty YouTube guru people talking about Yonka. And it's funny because I so love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I think it's totally underrated. I think it's a fabulous product, and I don't know why more people aren't using it. Next is my daily conditioning treatment by Blistex. I love this stuff. And again, I never see anybody talking about this. It has an SPF of 20, and I have probably, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 jars going at a time. I have them upstairs in my vanity, I have it upstairs in my bathroom, I have it in my van, I have it in my purse, I have it down in the kitchen. Like, I love this stuff. I guess I'm maybe a little bit addicted to it, but I think it's fantastic, and I love that it has an SPF in it, so you never have to worry about your lips burning when you're outside, so I love that. The next product that I think is underrated is this product here. It's by Nurturing Force, and it is a Blot Out Offensive Shine and Oil Control Cream. So I have this in my makeup kit. I don't personally have oily skin, but a lot of my clients do, and this stuff is so fantastic. You only need the tiniest little bit, and it covers the entire face, and it really does help control your shininess and your oil problems, and it gives a really nice finish to your makeup. So I use this instead of a primer whenever somebody has oily skin, and I love it. It's fantastic. Next product that I'm going to talk about is Graftobian. Graftobian is a makeup company that it's kind of theatrical based makeup company, I guess, and it has some really fantastic products. This here is their foundation palette, and I love that it comes in, you can buy these palettes in either warm, neutral, or cool shades. So if you're a makeup artist, it's fantastic. You can buy the products, you can buy the foundations individually if you're not a makeup artist and you just want your own individual color. These cream foundations I find are so comparable in quality to Bobbi Brown cream foundations. I used to use Bobbi Brown cream foundations until I found Graftobian, and I was like, oh my god, this is so much cheaper and it's exact same quality. It's fantastic. So I love these cream foundations. If you're a cream foundation kind of person, then you should try this out because they're really cheap and the quality is fantastic. Another underrated beauty product is Kat Cosmetics Airbrush Foundation. I know it's not the first company that you think of when you think of airbrush foundation. You probably think of Temp2 because you can get that at Sephora, and they have the little airbrush pods, but Temp2 is silicone based, and not everybody can use silicone on their face without breaking out. I am one of those people, and I love Kat Cosmetics Airbrush Foundation. It's beautiful. It's water-based. It feels like there's nothing on your skin. It gives such a flawless finish. This is my holy grail airbrush foundation. I love it, love it, love it. I've been using it for years, and I honestly don't think that there's anything else better than this product. So I think it's fantastic. I also love the Kat Set powder, which I think is, again, underrated. It is a kind of like a translucent white powder, and you don't often hear about this company, but it's so fantastic. Like, really, it's wonderful. And another great product that I think is underrated is the Ben Nye Neutral Set Colorless Face Powder. This is basically the same thing as the Makeup Forever HD powder, but this is much cheaper and it does the exact same thing. So I think this is very underrated. Another thing that I think is underrated and is a necessity, I always have it in my kit, is oil blotting papers. My friend who lived in Japan gave me a whole stack of these when she returned from Japan, and this is my very last one. But any blotting paper will do. Instead of caking on more powder whenever you feel like you're getting a little bit shiny, you really don't need more makeup. All you need is to control your shine, and that's what blotting papers do. And I think blotting papers are just underrated. Everybody should have some blotting papers in their purse when they go out. Moving on to makeup brushes. I think Quo, which is a line from Shoppers Drug Mart, sometimes can be underrated. Some of their brushes are terrible, but these two brushes are my two favorite brushes from Quo, and I think that they perhaps are underrated. So this one here, they call this a blender brush. I don't use this as a blender brush. I think this is a fantastic pencil brush. If you're doing a smoky eye or something like that, this is when I use this pencil, and I think it's actually really fantastic. And I've talked about this brush before. It's an eyeliner, it's a bent eyeliner brush by Quo, and again, I think these types of brushes from Quo are underrated. I think they're fantastic, they're cheap, and they're great. The other two brushes that I think are underrated are this here brush. It is the Makeup Forever 8S brush, and I use this as a lay down brush. This brush, the most popular brush I think is the MAC 239 brush. This is just like the MAC 239 brush, except it's smaller. So if you have small eyes, this brush, it's fantastic. Like, I just love it. I use this way more than I use my MAC 239 brush because not everybody has a really large eyelid. So this is awesome. I think this is totally underrated. I hardly ever hear of anybody using that brush, and I think it's fantastic. This other brush is another Makeup Forever brush. It's a pencil tip brush. It's the 14S Makeup Forever brush, and this is so much nicer than MAC's pencil brush. And again, I never hear of people using this brush, and I think it's so fantastic. It's totally underrated. Ben Nye's blushes, I think, are totally underrated. This here is one of Ben Nye's palettes. What's it called? The Fashion Rouge palette. And look at that. They are so beautiful. They're awesomely pigmented and really well priced. They're fantastic. Great pigmentation, great color range, really reasonably priced. Totally underrated. If you've never heard of Yabi, I wouldn't be too surprised, but it's another totally underrated company. It is a Canadian company and it is fantastic. It is superb quality, and for whatever reason, people just aren't talking about it and may not know about it. This is my eyeshadow palette. It's called the Best of Both Worlds. So it has some neutrals, it has some mattes, it has some shimmery metallic colors. It's so fantastic. I love that it's compact. I love, you can take out the little individual pans if you want. You can repurchase the little pans and put in other colors or replace them with whatever color you want. This is such a great palette. I highly recommend it. I love it, and it's, again, totally underrated. And Copper Plate MAC eyeshadow is also an underrated eyeshadow. It is kind of like a grayish taupe kind of color, and it is so fantastic. It's a perfect crease color. Don't know why more people don't use it. I don't know why it's not everyone's favorite. I think everyone needs to have a Copper Plate for sure in their kit. I think it's fantastic and totally underrated. Now, when it comes to liquid eyeliners, there seems to be a lot of different cult favorites. My favorites are the Makeup Forever Aqualiners, and I really think that these are underrated. I don't know why people don't talk more about these. I think they're fantastic. I have the black, the green, and the gold, and I'm wearing the black actually today, and they're fantastic. Like, I love them. I love the felt tip applicator. It's such an intense, beautiful black. All the colors are fantastic. They don't smudge, they don't budge, they don't flake. They're just awesome. And in fact, when you do try to take them off, I actually really like this. When I soak my little cotton pad with Bioderma and I just rest it on my eyes. And after I leave it there for like, I don't know, 30 seconds or more, when I take it off, you can actually just peel the eyeliner off and it comes off like in one strip. And I really love that because I hate when I have to like scrub at my eyes to try to get my eye makeup off. So I love this product. I think it's fantastic, and I think it's totally underrated. So I have another MAC product that I think is underrated, and it is the MAC Modesty lipstick. It is one of my go-to lipsticks. It is a perfect, kind of like a neutral pink color. If somebody is not wanting a bold lip or too much of a lip, like this is such a perfect lip color for people who, if you want to have more focus on your eyes but still want a little bit of lip color, like this is just so perfect. And again, I never hear about people talking about MAC Modesty. Like, why aren't people talking about MAC Modesty? It's an awesome color. So totally underrated, and I love it. Another lip product that I absolutely love and never ever ever hear talking about is Face Atelier's lip glosses, and specifically this lip gloss here, which is in the color Peach. As a makeup artist, again, I love that it's in a tube because I can just squeeze it whatever amount I want onto a palette. This color, it really does, it looks fantastic on pretty much everybody. But particularly if you are a warm skin tone, it's gonna look fabulous on you, but even cool skin tones can pull this color off. It has just a perfect amount of sheen. It's not sticky and tacky. It's just awesome. It's one of the best lip glosses ever, ever, ever. And again, like, you probably have never heard of it. And it's fantastic. And it's a Canadian company. It's, I think, based in Calgary. So Face Atelier lip glosses, love them. And the last underrated product, it's not really a product, it's a tool, are hot rollers. I think these are totally underrated. Yes, it's kind of old school. It's kind of, yeah, been there, done that. Your grandmother probably used them back in her day. And it's so funny because I was at a wedding on just this past weekend, and the hairstylist, who is also my friend, pulled out her set of hot rollers, and the girls were like, oh my God, what's that? I've never seen that before. And we were like, you've never seen hot rollers before? And they're like, no, oh my God, I've never had it in my hair before. So I think they're totally underrated. I think they're fantastic. When I'm going out, I love to put hot rollers in my hair. It just gives a lot of volume and that real sexy, glamorous kind of look. And I'm surprised more people don't use them. So hot rollers, totally underrated. And that is all my underrated products that I feel are underrated. And let me know what products you think are underrated. I'd love to hear what you guys think too. And till next time, bye-bye.